Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy makmend here. Today, I'm gonna show you the most effective and best ways to improve your pictures. It's gonna take some time, it's gonna take practice, and it's gonna take skill. But I'll tell you, it's not gonna be long before you're gonna be taking good pictures. So one of the most important ways photographers improve their images is editing. So if you want to improve your pictures, you have to learn how to edit. It's just you just need to. When you edit, make sure that you have a certain style that you like and a way of editing your pictures.
So here's just a quick example of how I edit my pictures. So we're gonna go to the tone curve, scroll down, click the middle, and I bring down the shadows and it brings up the highlights and whites. And then we have kind of this contrasty look. And then I bring down the highlights to retain the detail in the sky. And then I lift the blacks a little bit to give it that kind of vintage look. And then I sharpen it around to 20 to 30. And then I go to the orange in HSL color and bring down the orange saturation a little bit because the skin tones look a little too orange. And yeah.
The only exception when editing is that you need a good picture. Yes, you can have a bad picture and make it okay by editing, but it's like a cake. If your cake was made out of sand and you decorated it with icing and fruits, the cake still tastes bad because it's made out of sand. A common mistake when I see others edit their pictures is making it overly saturated or pushing the blacks all the way down, creating like a high HDR look. Although some people like this, it generally seems like it's an amateur edit and it won't look good. Another way photographers improve their craft is by imitating the work of those that they admire. I'm not saying to go out and copy these people's pictures, but you could try and replicate them, seeing the process that it took them to create the picture. This could be by shooting the same subject or shooting in the same conditions or editing like that. You should imitate the work of others, so then you can see how the picture was created and produced. I believe that when you imitate others' work, that you learn faster than if you just try to study all these techniques, because when you actually put it into action, it makes it easier to learn. Another thing that photographers focus on is the elements of design or elements of art. Composition isn't necessarily an element of art or design, but composition is the way things are placed or put in the picture to make the final image. There are 7 elements of design. They are line, shape, form, space, texture, value, color. So when you pay attention to these elements, it may give your image an extra edge or make your picture more artistic. Like for example, in photography at my school, I didn't take it, but apparently they study these elements of design and try to make work based off each element. Another way to improve your craft is using better gear. I know there's many photographers who say it's not all about the gear. I agree with that, but you can't have a really bad camera and expect to take really good photos. I'm not saying go out and spend $10,000 on a new camera. I'm just saying that if you have better gear, then you should use it. You should utilize it. For example, I have this $15 dash cam.
So here's my $15 dash cam. It has a flip out screen. You can rotate the screen and swivel for all you vloggers out there. So it's a dash cam, but you can kinda use it as a regular camera. It has its own battery. Here's a video from my Sony a7 III. And here's a video from the dash cam. And yes, it has that noise. Here's an image from my Sony a7 III. And here's one from the dash cam. Here's a side-by-side comparison.
You also need to make sure you know how to use your gear. If you don't know how to use your gear effectively, someone with a cheaper camera who knows how to use their gear will be better than someone who doesn't know how to use their gear. There's many people out there with a bunch of Sony a7 IIIs but don't know how to take good pictures. So I recommend you guys learn how to take good pictures and learn the basics. Practice. You need to practice. If you never practice, you won't get better. Everyone started at some point. You should start as soon as possible. When you actually practice and put all the things you learned into real life, you actually learn faster. When you practice, you will get your results as you take each picture, and it creates this kind of flow effect. When you actually take pictures, you feel like you're actually doing something because you're taking pictures and you can see the results if they're good or bad. And each time you practice, you learn more and you get more experience. I know lots of photographers say this, but it's true. You need to practice. You just need to put time and effort and you'll get there.